Let's see. Today, we're going to be trying to make a rated level. Now, I'll show you what my level looks like so far. As you can see, there's quite a way to go. So, let's get started. We are going to try to make this into a winter-themed level. Now, so far, we have 11 seconds of gameplay. I think, obviously, one of the first things to work on is going to be the gameplay. I don't remember if I did all the gameplay for my other rated level first. But I assume what I'm going to do is make at least a little bit more gameplay than this. And then we'll go ahead and do something more. So I just need something here like some pads, I think. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we need probably some red pads here. And we can get started with this.
Hey guys.
Yeah?
Can I have both of your attention, please?
Okay. Let's get a start position over here, because that's kind of important to have so that we can actually start playtesting the level and such. And we need this to be mini. Let's see. Based on the difficulty of this here, I suppose I can make it like a little more difficult. For winter theme, so I have this kind of structuring for now. I assume I can make kind of ice platforms or something. Let me put ideas down, because one of the most important things is just to put some ideas down while you're making your level so that you can actually have it. So ice blocks, 4 block, ice blocks. I'll just put ice or ice block design. Right, that's a good thing to put there so I know what I'm thinking of, sort of, and I can have icy block design. And then for this ship part, I think I'm going to use like these. Let's go ahead and see this. So for wintry theme, you actually want your structures to be a lot more pointy and a lot more thin. So you don't want a lot of like big wide structures, right? They look just kind of too chunky for winter. Winter is a lot more cold, a lot more thin, high pitched, you know. So we don't want any big boxy structures like this, really. We want thin stuff. So how that's going to represent here is like lots of kind of pillars for structures. About the thickest thing you'll see is like 3 blocks wide probably in my structuring, or cases like this where it's thin this direction, right? So let's put a pillar here and let's get some lines here so that we can tell where we're going. Let's do that. And then I'm going to lean into kind of this. We could use custom spikes if we wanted. I do not like custom spikes. I'm actually thinking about doing something like this, where I scale spikes like this. So we have thinner spikes, which maybe could work. Right, like that. But for now, let's do this and just make the gameplay and then focus on some smaller bits like that later. Let's put this kind of structure here. And the idea behind this is just to kind of have an icicle there. As you can see, this is going to be inconsistent if I have some sort of swoop thing here. Right? So the whole point of this is just to catch you and send you back down. And then I'll have like a pillar or something to land on. Probably a double wide here. This is what happens if I fall. I think actually this is going to be fine just doing this, but let me check. Yes, it will be totally fine. So I can just put a pillar here. A pillar, a single pillar. Like that. I'm going to have ground spikes in this section, but I'm assuming I'm going to kind of move them in from opposite sides. So one is going to come right this way. Probably like the top one comes this way, and the bottom one comes in this way. So like this. And so you have kind of this movement of the spikes on the top. Probably use these ones. and they'll come in like this, woo, and then the ones on the bottom will woo, come in like that. So let's put text stating that intention. Ground spikes move in opposite directions. And then I'll just grab this, move it down here, and scale it down. Not that far down. Like that. And that'll let me know what's going on there. And then obviously, because you go down on that, and then we're going to have something like this. I can probably just do like these, then have lines connecting them like this. That looks perfect. And I can just grab these. They turn around perfectly? No, they do not. So we're gonna put like this. And then I assume I'll just move this over like that. That should be good. And then that should be here and here. I like that. Okay. If I move it up too far, then it won't work, but I think I can move it up a little bit so that I can actually fit one of these under here. Okay, and then obviously we can include tons of stuff like slopes, like huge ice spikes basically. So these are spiky as well, and that will help with our ice kind of structure. It'd actually be even better if I could put like stuff like this on it, which is gonna kind of be hard to structure fully, but we'll make do. I think what we just do here is just do that, and then we have something passable. Yeah, and then this one obviously can go like this. Yeah, there we go. We liked it. This is a cabin. Oh my gosh, this is just a roof with like a cabin. So like this, or like this. What do we think? Or like this. I think this. So obviously, since this is a windowed cabin, we can do that. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, that should set up an idea right there. I could put some bricks in here, kind of, to make some sense out of this. Let me find the bricks I want. Yeah, those are okay. And then obviously some sloped bricks over it. Like that. Something like that might work. That'll require a little more thought than just that, though. So, we'll leave that for later. And of course, we could have snow clouds that are spiky, right? So let me put down some ideas here. So we have spiky snow clouds, right? High slope cabins. So these kind of cabins will be just comfortable. We could do like this, we'll move it to the center. There we go. And obviously just put these like this. So it looks like you're above the roofs. But spiky clouds is a wonderful idea. Let me just put some sample clouds. I think I find them in here. There. Okay, so the whole thing is white, has a black outline, which I don't like. I'm also not a big fan of these clouds because they're see-through. Even if you do this, it's still like they have like some gradient on them, and they're partially see-through. Like you can see if I put chains here, you can still see the chain behind it. So I prefer it not to be partially see-through. I could custom make clouds, I guess. Like there you go, custom made clouds. You know. But I think maybe what's good to do is to get some of these spikes here first. Oh god, my fingers are on the wrong keys. So will this turn me the correct direction? It will. So now we can just do this and make these no touch. And then, will we land perfectly on that pillar that I placed there? I mean, sort of. I have a feeling... Okay, you can go down there and still hit it. But what happens if you go too high? Yeah, of course. Okay. So we don't like that. Instead, we likes to make something like this. How can we even justify this in our world? An upside down house? I don't actually think I can justify that. Let's do an icicle. Alright, so to make sure you're hitting these, let's do some other groundwork. We can make a house here. I think this is good enough to kind of make you get the point. Right here, it doesn't necessarily need to be exactly like a house, it just needs to be... I need to delete these two and replace them with this. It just needs to be house E, and then it will keep you up there. And obviously we can't have that, so make a chimney. That looks wonky, so we'll use these blocks to make a chimney. That looks wonky too, so we'll use this. Alright, I like that. And then to make you go on this, we'll put a spike like this. And that's
I need
gonna
help
be
getting
really
the Christmas tree out of the truck. I can't want to drag it out by myself.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go here. A second. I think this is structured well enough that it will keep you going in there. I think you can avoid it still. It's still easily avoidable. I mean, not necessarily easily, but I don't think you can avoid it on the bottom. Maybe you could, but it'd be almost impossible to fit this gap. And then obviously you could go over the top. And we'll just solve that with an invisible pad here. And we'll put it behind the other ones so that it's not clearly visible. The effect doesn't hit it if you don't hit it. Whatever. You know, I'm just gonna do this with this, and that'll be good enough for that. And I have to go and take care of the Christmas tree. So thank you everyone for watching the stream, and I'll see you all in the next